So the latest episode of Doctor Who is done, and the overnight viewing figures are in. And they are not encouraging. Sure, it wasn't the absolute bottom of the ratings barrel, but it was still the fourth worst performing episode in the show's long history of overnight figures. Let that sink in. Fourth worst. Not in the last few seasons, not in the Chibnall era, in the entire run of modern Doctor Who. This is meant to be the build-up to a season finale, and even with all that weight behind it, it could barely scrape 1.8 million viewers on BBC One. This isn't a case of a slow start to a new era anymore. This is sustained audience apathy. Last week saw a ratings bump thanks to the Eurovision crossover nonsense and football, not the quality of the show. Wishworld couldn't even keep that momentum going. And yeah, I know, the 7-day consolidated figures will come in, people will claim victory, and fan media will pretend like everything's fine, but I don't buy it. I haven't for a long time. There are very good reasons why this is happening, and we're going to talk about them. No matter how many labels the terminally online crowd want to hurl at me. If the only argument you've got left is to call people an ist or a phobe because they don't think the show should abandon its roots, then you're not debating, you're deflecting. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Daemon, and today we're diving headfirst into the dying TARDIS of a once great British sci-fi legend. This time, it's Wishworld, and trust me, you're going to wish you hadn't watched it. Let's start with the obvious. Doctor Who is a quintessentially British show. That means more than just slapping a blue police box in your promo art. It means embracing a certain tone, wit and perspective that's evolved naturally over decades. Historically, the Doctor has been portrayed by actors from across the UK. English, Scottish, unfortunately to date, no Welsh or Northern Irish. Shame really, some. And that's part of the cultural DNA of the character. You can't just drop someone in from another country and pretend the identity remains intact. Being a citizen isn't the same as being of the place, and sugarcoating but is just rewriting reality. If I'm born on Mars and move to Earth, I'm still a Martian living on Earth. That's not bigotry, it's basic logic. And it doesn't stop there. Now the companions, the villains, the tone, everything feels like it's been scooped out of a focus group meeting at Netflix's diversity division. The show is being written to tick boxes, not tell stories, and it shows in every scene. There's a deliberate scrubbing of British cultural flavour in favour of vague internationalism, which ironically alienates both British and global audiences. When everyone is represented, no one is rooted. And now we come to the Doctor's romantic interests, which feel like a bad joke that's been dragging on for far too long. Right now, the Doctor appears more interested in any random man he meets than solving universal crises. But let's not pretend this is new. Jodie's tension with Yaz turned the TARDIS into a shipping chart. Matt Smith's entire dynamic with Amy Pond was framed as romantic jealousy, even with Rory right there. Tennant and Rose? Pure teen drama. And as much as I respect what Paul McGann's done with Big Finish, it doesn't erase that kiss with Grace in the 1996 TV movie. Let's also not forget Missy, who literally refers to companions as pets. Yeah, that's something to think about. Somewhere along the way, Doctor Who stopped being a sci-fi adventure and started cosplaying episode 1 of Black Mirror. And let's not forget the previous gender swap of the Doctor. This isn't about whether a woman can play the role. It's about the fact that, for more than 50 years, this character was established with a particular identity and behavioural through line. And when that was tossed out to score points, it alienated long-time viewers. You don't throw out half a century of storytelling for a round of applause on Twitter. It's Doctor Who, not Dr. Woke. Then there's the morality issue. The Doctor has always been a moral compass, not perfect, but always striving to do the right thing. He spares Davros, even when the universe is at risk. He mourns the deaths of Silurians and Sea Devils with the haunting words, "There should have been another way." But now, he laughs when a man is hoovered up for being an incel. So much for empathy. We've gone from never cruel or cowardly to mock and destroy anyone we don't like. That's not the Doctor. That's just petty vindictiveness wrapped in a rainbow flag. And what about the writing? We've gone from scripting legends like Robert Holmes and Russell T Davies in his prime, to people who've had their YA books banned for inappropriate content, or have only ever written poetry or drama pieces about feeling seen. Writing sci-fi isn't about vibes. It's about constructing narratives that challenge, excite, and inspire. Doctor Who used to explore deep ideas and scary concepts that kids could understand. Now it's just smug lectures with pretty lights. Once upon a time, this show terrified children into watching from behind the sofa. Now, it's so sanitized and self-satisfied, it might as well come with a participation trophy and a therapy dog. This was a family show, one that wasn't afraid to challenge kids, ask difficult questions, and still send them off to bed feeling inspired. Instead, they get messages like, "Don't be a bad man," or "The doctor will let you die," while laughing. So here we are, limping toward a finale that fewer and fewer people care about, while the BBC pretends this is all part of the plan. They'll hail the 7-day numbers, they'll spin up another marketing gimmick, but the truth is, Doctor Who has forgotten what it is, and the audience knows it. Thanks for dropping by the Snake Pit, where we thrive on untapped potential and lost opportunities. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell like the video. And leave your opinions in the comments, where naturally I won't read them. Until next time, stay venomous.